Good morning everybody and welcome to the 2016 cod season. It's currently Thursday the 1st of December and it's 4:40 in the morning. Okay, let's get some light on the subject. There we go, I've got my headlamp on, that's better, now you can see me. It's 4:40 in the morning. I can just make out the first rays of daylight coming over from the east. So I'm going to go down and flick a Coolabong cod walker surface lure around for a while. And when it gets a bit lighter, I'm going to put on a deep diving hard body lure. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to try a spinnerbait. One thing about Murray cod fishing is you get a lot more donuts, zeros. You have more trips where you don't catch any fish with cod fishing than you do with trout and redfin and golden perch or yellow belly. Today I could catch 10 or I could catch none. It's just a lot of unpredictables. Sometimes with Murray cod fishing you can go down the river when conditions are absolutely ideal and catch nothing. Or you can go down when conditions are really crappy and you might get a couple. Today conditions are okay. The water's looking really good. It's a little bit higher than normal for this time of the year. But I think it's looking very, very good. The weather's the same, it's okay. It's nice and stable and I love a stable weather pattern and it's been quite stable, but there is a bit of an easterly breeze which I don't like and the barometer's a bit lower than I like it to be. It's only about 1006 or 1008 or something. So conditions are good, they're not perfect, but the water conditions and weather conditions are both okay. I'm heading into the unknown. It's Murray cod fishing, so if I don't get a touch I won't be disappointed because that's the nature of the beast when you're fishing for Murray cod. Anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to turn this light off, grab my fishing gear out of my car, out of my bag, and head down the river and see if I can catch myself a Murray cod to open the season. Good luck, everybody. Let's get this show on the road. What the hell? I just had a big redfin. A huge big redfin. Follow my #1 stump jumper in. Oh, there's a touch. Had me foot. Oh, he's hit it again. Can't be much of a... Oh, he got him. At last. Just about to say he can't be much of a fish. And he's not. But this fish has just saved me from a donut. I have been saved. Right, here we go. Look at that. A small little Murray cod. He's only small, but he has just saved me from getting a donut. He has saved me from having a fishless trip. I'm actually just hoping right now that this is a sign that they're about to come on the bite, because sometimes they can just come on from nowhere. May well be the only fish I catch. So it's my first cod for the season. Who knows? I've still got a bit of time left to go fishing before I have to go to work. Who knows? But he's certainly a very fat little fish. You can see under his neck there, he's quite a bit of a gut on him. Just got a quick photo. I find personally with a cod this size, around 30 centimetres, the best way to release them is to grab the pliers and just go, let them release themselves under the weight. People will say you should swim in backwards and forwards and get water running through their gills and stuff. That's okay if the fish has had a lot of stress. That fish was only about 30 centimetres long and probably a pound, maybe 2 pound. I'm using 50-pound line. I hooked it there and had it in my hand within about 20 seconds. There was not as much stress to the fish.
and the water's really cold. Well, not really cold, but it's still quite cool. The best thing for that fish is a quick unhook back in the drink. I did get a photo for my magazine work. That fish is going to be fine. If the fish was a lot bigger, I would put it in the water and I would swim it properly if it had a big fight. In the summer when the water's really warm, I actually prefer to unhook and then spear them back in through that warm layer of water on the surface. But at the moment the water's not that temperature. But anyway, he's gone. He's a happy fish. I'm a happy fisherman. That fish, 30 centimetres long, has saved me from a fishless cod opening. Oh, look at that, another one. Oh, oh dear. I wonder if it's the same fish. Surely not. Surely that can't be the same fish. Sure, I think that's a bit smaller. That's a bit smaller. How about that, eh? I have fished for the last 3.5 hours and have not had a touch. And then I've just gone bang bang, 2 in 2 casts on the bassman spinnerbait. Righty, here we go. I'm going to put him straight back. How's that? I have fished for 3.5 hours. I started off with a surface lure, a Coolabung cod walker. I didn't do any good. So I then changed to a big #1 stump jumper. I never had a touch. And in fact, I lost that stump jumper that I put on. So I tried a different #1 stump jumper. Never had a touch. I tried a Wilson slickback. Didn't have a touch. And then I put a surface lure on again briefly, and a stump jumper again for a while. 3.5 hours into the morning, nearly 8:30, I've decided to tie on a spinnerbait. In the very first 2 casts, with the bassman spinnerbait, I've caught 2 small Murray cod. I'm on a cod hat trick. Isn't that unbelievable? Have not had a touch all morning, and then bang bang, I've caught 2. How often does that happen? Not often enough. Get born, bastard. Oh. Oh, I can see the boil. I just had a hit. Will he come back? I've just been hit in there. Whack right now.
Rightio, well I'm back at the car now. I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely buggered. Earlier this morning I said conditions were okay. The water was good but not perfect. The weather was good but not perfect. And I tell you what, the fish have followed suit. The fishing was good but it wasn't perfect. I fished for 3 hours before I caught a fish. I actually thought I was going to end up with a fishless cod opening for the first time probably ever. Well, first time in a lot of years anyway. The first fish I saw, which really surprised me, was a little redfin. A redfin followed my #1 stump jumper. I want to say little, it was probably 30 centimetres long. But he never took it. I changed lures a few times and he never come back. But then, you know, in the first 3 hours I started with a surface lure, a Coolabung cod walker. I then went to the big white #1 stump jumper, which I've left on the bottom of the river on a snag. I then went to a Wilson slickback. I then went back to the Coolabung for a little while. I then put on a bassman spinnerbait, and in the very first 2 casts with the fluorescent bassman spinnerbait I caught 2 Murray cod. You can't complain about that, one after the other. And then 10 minutes later I lost that lure on the bottom of the river as well, so I've gone through 2 lures this morning. And then I tied on a similar bassman spinnerbait and had 1 other hit. So long story short, I've caught 2 Murray cod, had 1 redfin follow my lure in and had a decent strike from another fish that I didn't hook up. But all in all, I've had a great day. I've had a great morning, and I'm looking forward to going back out tonight. It's funny, I'm fishing this morning. I'm working for a few hours in the middle of the day, and being a disability support worker, and I just love my job, I'm actually taking a bloke fishing. So I'm fishing, then I'm going to work to go fishing, then I'm going to knock off, I'm going fishing again tonight. Life's great. I hope you all had a great cod opening.